Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and we got another Pauper League here, and I'm going to be playing this Black-White Soul Sisters deck today. Before I get into this deck tech and what we're doing, my channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. Go check it out. There's a link below to subscribe. Throw a like on this video. If you like my content, please give me a subscribe. I appreciate it. And without further ado, I'm just going to get right into this deck, and then we're going to get into a league and play some games. Okay, this is Black-White Soul Sisters. This is a new take on the deck. I'm calling it Black-White Soul Sisters Bully because it's basically the Black-White Soul Sisters deck, but also takes some inspiration from BOROS Bully. So I'm calling it Black-White Soul Sisters Bully. Basically what we are, I've been working on this Black-White Soul Sisters deck. You're just playing the 8 sisters here, and then this is kind of an honorary sister and priest, Suture Priest here. But you're playing these 8 Soul Sisters, and then you're just playing a bunch of creatures to just trigger these gain 1 life over and over and over. These also trigger on their creatures. And then, yeah, you're playing a bunch of creatures to trigger them. And then you combo with Marauding Blight Priest, 3 mana, 3/2. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses that much life. So if you have like double soul out and then you play a Blight Priest, you trigger twice. So you gain 2, drain them for 2. Then if they play a creature, you gain 2, drain them for 2. And that's kind of the combo of the deck. But what I didn't have before was Battle Screech and Squadron Hawk. I was just playing some other value type creatures and some stuff like that, but I think Battle Screech is going to be pretty good because if we're ever able to assemble the combo and then we just go Battle Screech, flashback Battle Screech, not only do we make 4 flyers, but we get to drain for 4 right then, and that's only assuming we have like 1 Soul's Attendant. If you have 2, and you go Battle Screech, Flashback Screech with Blight Priest in play, you drain for a bunch of damage. You're draining for 8, and even if you don't have Blight Priest, Hawk and Screech can just kill them on their own. Where before we were stuck with a bunch of small ground things, but now we have like a bunch of small flyers. So I think that makes a huge difference. Battle Screech is also just good at playing around Wraths to some extent because you can choose just not to flash back and then hold some white creatures in your hand. Hawk and Screech are also, let's not cut a Screech, are also both really good against the Fey decks as well. So I'm pretty excited to try this. I think it's going to be strong. Went down to 2 Epicure just because 5 mana is a lot. Could even go down further. Some things about the deck also, I'm running Core Skyfisher now. The only real good combo with it is Thraben Inspector to just make more clues. We can also just bounce like our sisters here and then replay, get more life gain triggers, or we can balance like a plains, replay a plains if we don't have more land drops. So it can be kind of like a 1 mana 2/3 flyer. So I'm not sure about this card. Actually, one cool thing that I was thinking about, like let's say it's the late game and we have like, let's say 1 Soul's Attendant, 1 Priest out, and then you just draw a Skyfisher. You can just go play Skyfisher, bounce itself, play Skyfisher, bounce itself, play Skyfisher, and just keep doing that and then keep draining them. So that's a pretty sick interaction I just thought of. It won't come into play that often, but if it does, that'll be pretty sick. Knight's Whisper could also be, I forget the name of it. There's also a 1 black, 1 colorless, 1/1, and it says when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Because that triggers all of our creatures, like all of our sisters. But Knight's Whisper is good when you don't have anything on board, and just being a 2 mana draw 2 with almost no downside because you're gaining so much life in this deck, it's really, really strong. I changed up some cards in the sideboard as well, trying a couple disenchants. I like this art on the disenchant actually, because I felt like it was nice to have over like the Exile 2 Artifacts card, and this is just a little more broad of an answer. It can come in against Bogles, it can come in against Affinity. It just has a lot of uses. 1 Leave No Trace still. I'm trying 1 Scorn over the second Leave No Trace. This is basically just, if you cast another white spell, you can play this for free. So it's basically just on your turn, 0 mana, destroy all enchantments, or on their turn, instant 4 mana, destroy all enchantments, because we don't really have instants that are white, but it's still 0 mana, destroy all enchantments is strong. I'm trying 2 Guardian's Pledge, which I feel like is going to be good in this build. Any deck that cannot kill our creatures, I'm basically going to bring in Guardian's Pledge, probably siding out Unearth in that instance. But this seems like a good alternate way to win. against just like I said, decks that can't kill our creatures. You just play like 6 creatures and then you just Guardian's Pledge kill them. So that seems sweet. Couple Fumes, still well positioned in the meta. The third Unearth, I moved it to the board just because there are a lot of decks that don't really kill your creatures, and having 3 Unearths main felt like a tiny bit too much. It felt really good, but like I said, like I mentioned in some of the previous videos playing this deck, could be two could be correct, even though 3 when it's good, it's good. I just kind of split it to the main inside. 2 Duress, 2 Spellbomb. Let's just get into some games. I'm excited. Let's go. All right, welcome to round 1 against Evan. We're going to mulligan this 1 bog hand. A couple things I wanted to mention about the deck was I changed up the mana base. I only have 1 swamp in the deck now. Oh man, this is brutal. Another 1 land hand. I changed up the mana base so we have more planes because we only are basically splashing black now for Night's Whisper, Priest, Unearth, and the 5-drop. So I think we just have to go to 5 here. If I had 1 more land, it would be fine, but I think I'm just supposed to go to 5. All right, definitely keeping this. I guess I can just put back 1 Thraben, 1 Soul. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. This is not a great hand. Another thing that's nice about this deck is, oh god, we're against Blue-Red Fae probably, is, oops, almost cast the wrong thing because I'm talking about something else, is there's been a fair amount of burn in the challenges. So I kind of wanted to test this deck some more. And if it is impressing me, I could consider playing it because you basically cannot lose to burn. I mean, it's possible, but your burn matchup should be so strong. Okay, let's see what they're on. Interesting. I feel like I'm going to get Spell Stuttered here. Battle Screech. Okay, that's a good one. Just going to play a Thraben. And it sucks if it gets Spell Stuttered, but I'm on 5. I can resolve a second one. I think this is just what I'm supposed to do. Wow, it resolved. Kind of surprised by that, honestly. I wonder if I'm not supposed to attack with Soul Warden. I mean, if they have a Spell Stutter here, they should play it. Yeah, they're going to play it. Oh, Counterspell. Wow. Okay, well now I can attack. Can't believe no burn spell on this, and then they just counter a Thraben? Interesting. You know, I was on a 5, so my hand is pretty rough here. If I don't draw anything, I'll just go Cycle Ash Barrens for Swamp, crack Clue, go from there, and then hopefully I can get this Battle Screech going. Frantic Inventory, yeah. I mean, oh wow, no land? This just looks like Blue-Red Fae to me. Getting to resolve a Priest is pretty nice here. I'm going to do it. Get Swamp. Play Priest. Trigger. Then pass. And then again, untapped land is great because then I can go Battle Screech plus Flashback Screech, and that's going to be pretty brutal for them. If I don't draw a land, I can just crack Clue. We don't have the quote-unquote combo yet, but again, that's why I like this version, because this card is just strong in a lot of matchups by itself. Fairy Seer, okay, they lose 1, I gain 1. I want to always yield to that, but I have 6. You can't really F6. You can't really set up the triggers like if you've F6'd. Untap land, please. Bottom, they're just looking for lands. Preordain, okay. It's so brutal when, like, in the opponent's situation here, if you see an Ash Barrens, you're like, oh my god. Yeah, they top. Let me put this up here. Okay, it's another Priest. I think I'm just supposed to play it. I can't play this. I could crack Clue. It's a little greedy. If I hit untapped land, it's obviously better. But I think resolving Priest is just also pretty strong. If they want to like Ninja and replay Fairy Seer, they lose 2 life from that. And this way I gain even more life as well. They're going to have to spend lightning bolts on my creatures. They could have Electrickeries or something post board. Okay, there's Mountain. So I'm assuming I'm going to get ninja'd here. Really need to draw one land. Remember that this was a mulligan to 5 for us as well. All right, I gain 1, they lose 2. So now I can set up the yields on these. Always yes, always yield. They go to 16. Oh, I have to always yes to this one too. It's not letting me now. Nice. And then they get to draw a card here, which is not good. They could certainly grind me out. Why are they they didn't even hit yet. Why they should have done that earlier before the trigger happened because they just lost 1 extra life. Probably just a slight mistake from the opponent. Now they're going to play a Fairy Seer. Okay, land, please. They scry 2. Let's see if they top or what they do. What you got, Evan 212? They scry 2. And it doesn't tell me that it's probably just right up here. 1 bottom, 1 top. Oh, that is so brutal. I mean, it's going to be good, but I just need to draw land. Okay, well, I'm definitely playing this. This card is also really nice against counterspells. Kind of sucks because most likely I'm just going to chump this ninja with a Thraben. I don't want to double block. So, yeah, that is kind of brutal, but their deck doesn't really... Sometimes they play 1 Electric Remain, but not usually. So usually they're going to have trouble dealing with a card like Battle Screech that's just making a bunch of flyers. Okay, I'm definitely going to just chump Ninja here. I could let them hit 1 more time because then if this dies and my first Battle Screech gets countered, I can't flash it back. Oh no, I can't flash it back anyway. Okay, well, I'm definitely just chumping. Okay, they probably have a counterspell here. Unearthed. Unearthed's not bad, but I'm definitely just going to go for Battle Screech. Nice. That resolving is so good for me. Just flashing it back. Pass. Going up to 30 is not bad. And then next turn I can just play another Battle Screech. I wonder if I'm supposed to go for a double block on Ninja. I could also chump again. Because if I go for double block and they have any burn spell, I get kind of wrecked. I don't really want to let them draw a card, but I could. I could just try to race at this point. But again, them having extra cards is pretty bad for me. Looks like they don't have that much going on. They have 3 cards in hand and one of them is Island. Maybe we can just go to door with these Battle Screeches. Frantic Inventory, which we knew about from Augur, so yeah, I forgot about that. They played Island, okay. So 3 cards in hand. Second Frantic Inventory. I mean, I could go for double block. Then they have to bolt one of my birds instead of bolting my Soul Warden. It's not terrible. I think I'm going to do it. Also, they don't get to play a 2-drop here. Yeah, no bolt. Nice. I like getting that ninja off the table. Night's Whisper's not bad either. Just going to lead Battle Screech here. If they counter it, I still get to flash it back. They can't really counter plus bolt here, which is nice. Nice. Let's go. Just going to flash it back now and then attack with 2 birds. This card is so good. And attack with all. They have 4 cards in hand, but I have a Night's Whisper plus Unearth here, which is actually a lot. Yeah, they know they have to try to fight through all these birds. Not to mention we're just casually at 34. Okay, they just Ancestral Recall though. Draw 3. They have 7 cards in hand now, so this game is not over, but again, it's still looking good. We have 5 1/1 flyings in play, and we're at 35. If they attack with Augur, I'm not going to block. I know they can Ninja, but is what it is. Okay, they can kill Soul Warden. I can unearth a Thraben Inspector or a Priest. Either one isn't terrible. I'll probably just lead on Knight's Whisper, honestly. Draw 2. If they have Spell Stutter Sprite, that could also be annoying. Pretty impressive if they are able to fight through all these birds. I mean, Frantic Inventory is a hell of a card. They got my Soul Warden. I am a little choked on black mana, but again, for a 5-card hand, this wasn't bad. They probably have a counter spell here. That's my guess. Basilica is actually not bad either. Okay, I think I'm going to just start by attacking with all. See what they do. Because I can bounce step back to my hand and then cycle it. So they go down to 10. I think let's just go start with Knight's Whisper. See if it gets Spell Stutter spreaded. Looks like it's going to. Yep. Unfortunate. So now let's go Basilica, bounce step, and then just cycle it now in case I draw like a 1-drop. We don't. Okay. I don't want to see Ninja or Frantic Inventory from the opponent. Land is what I want to see. Probably just hit for 2 and then trade with some birds. No Ninja, nice. They have 2 cards left. Hawk is actually incredible draw. Wow, this is also a sick synergy that I thought about. If they counter this Hawk, I can unearth the Hawk and just keep hawking. That's like pretty sick. I'll just start by attacking because they're probably going to want to make blocks here, and then they can't Spell Stutter up the Hawk. Ooh, this shows me that they probably do have another Spell Stutter here. So I think I can just tap like this, play Hawk. I assume this is going to get sprited, but again, we have the Unearth. So now I just Unearth Hawk. Pretty sick. That is pretty dope. Oh, they have another sprite? Oh, Counterspell. Okay. Is what it is. I mean, they have a lot of good draws, but so do we. And I'm at 35 to 7. I'll still have 1 flyer left over after they trade everything. Please no Frantic Inventory. Okay. See if they top or what. They're in the tank. 1 top, 1 bottom. Okay. Could just be a Ponder or something that they put on top. Now they're going to break even on flyers and be left with 2 Augurs, so they're actually up cards. I mean, they're 13 cards deeper in the library than us. So, understandable. Okay, Core Skyfisher. That's interesting. Can't get any value out of it yet, though, but I can still just play it. I think I'm supposed to just attack with all of these. Definitely just going to play Skyfisher. I'm assuming they're just going to trade here. Wow, they only block with 1. Interesting. They're taking damage. I wonder what they have on top. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Just going to bounce Barons and replay it to gain 1. It's not like I can do much else. Still just a 2-3 flying. Kind of dominates this board for now. If they left a Ninja on top, I mean, I guess they can just get in with Augur anyway, but no attacks. Should they have attacked with both Augurs? Yeah, that's a dead draw. We still might not get there in this game. They kept a card on top, and they didn't do anything. Maybe it's a counterspell? Yeah, they should block here, and then this way it puts me on a 3-turn clock instead of a 2. I could cycle right now. I think I'll just hold a card in hand so they don't know what it is. I can cycle on their turn, and then I thin before I draw. It's not that relevant. They probably also have, I feel like they have a counterspell here because they kept a card on top and then didn't do anything. What else would that be if it's not a bolt or a scred? It's a preordain. Okay, I mean they're grinding us out for sure here. It was brutal the turn where I had Hawk into Unearth and they countered both of them. There's not much I could have done. I mean, I was gonna jam there. Okay, there's Scred. They don't know their next draw, but again, I think they have another counter here. All right, so I'm just gonna cycle this Ash Barrens. We basically just don't want to draw land is all. Okay, Unearth. So now I think I just Unearth Hawk. They probably have a counter, like I said, but I think that provides me the most value. And if they have a counter, they have to counter this. Okay, just resolved. Nice. Hawk is just so good against Fade X. They basically like are forced to counter it. Just gonna play all of them out. Nice, got him. Mold of 5. They drew over half their deck there. We just ground them out. Kind of like all these. I don't even hate Duress either. Strands also isn't bad. Definitely do not want Guardian's Pledge against the blue-red Fey deck. That was a pretty impressive showing from our list, to be honest. What is not good? Core Skyfisher, I feel like is actually pretty good because it just kind of like wins the air battles. Epicure of Blood might just not be necessary as a 5-mana spell that gets scredded and countered. So I think I can cut that. Again, I want to just win with my value. Fumes definitely coming in. I think Duress is good enough. Just being able to take like Frantic Inventories, counterspells, bolts, screds, everything. Especially counterspells that are going to kind of be sitting in their hand. If I just lead Duress into threat, it's going to be pretty good. Could cut like a couple souls. Also plays around like electrickery and stuff. Wonder if I want Strands to try to play around like cannonades. It's just a lot to bring in, and everything is pretty decent in the matchup. Don't want to cut Knight's Whisper because this is such a grindy matchup, like I said. Could cut a Priest as well. Maybe Priest. Yeah, it's a 2-mana 1/1. They might have Electrickery as well. I think the sideboard plan is fine, just like this. And then if I see, I mean, they're gonna have at least cannonades or electrickery, so I could bring in Strands. It's just hard to determine what to cut for Strands. And I need to cut another card. Don't really want to cut more of the combo. I mean, we're getting closer and closer to a bully deck. Could cut one Skyfisher, but again, I think that just trumping all their little flyers is good, and it's a good combo with Raven. Could cut like one land because this is such a grindy matchup and I'm on the draw. It's so greedy. Just don't want to do that. But I mean, I also cut a couple of my 5-drops. So I'll go to 19 land in this matchup, sure. On the draw, want to grind. I think bringing in Strands is actually good. I'm not sure about my sideboard plan. That's something that will definitely need to be worked on. But yeah, I mean, I'll keep this. No black mana yet, but we have a reasonable amount of black sources. Maybe I'm supposed to be playing the 4th Ash Barrens or like a 3rd bounce land. Playing Ash Barrens out on the first turn. They must have like a triple Ash Baron straw or something. Wow, that's not good for them. What? What did they keep? They kept 7. Did they misclick on their 7? What is happening? That cannot be correct. They definitely just either misclicked or something happened there. I mean, still might lose this game, especially if they draw land on the next turn, but I have no clue what's happening. Okay, there's a terramorphic expanse for an island, I assume. Oh, mountain. Okay, well, if I draw land, I'm just going to leave up strands, I think. Land? Hawk. Sucks because now we're probably going to get blown out by like electricity or something. I still think I'm supposed to hawk because I get to resolve it and then get 2 more hawks. And that way I get to just kind of play around electricity in that way. Yes. So I just get 2. Really sucks we didn't hit a land, but I mean, I sided out a land, so I deserve that. I'm feeling like it's going to get electricity or cannonaded here. Maybe they just kept like a double electricity hand or something. I don't know. Who knows? And there's terramorphic. Okay, so they drew land. What will be funny is if they just pass the turn, hoping we're going to commit more to the board. They bolt a priest right now. Sure. Them not having wrath was great. Okay, tap land, sure. So I'm just going to play hawk, get 1 more hawk. Okay. And then attack for 2. Just feels good to be playing with Squadron Hawk. Ooh, what I should have done. See, I got to get better with this deck. I could have gotten more hawks on the first one and then discarded strands to hand size. That would have been such a sick play. I just didn't see it in time. Again, I gotta get a little bit better. But now that I messed up, it's actually a good thing because now I've learned from my mistake, and I probably won't do it again. So just gotta stay positive. I messed up, but that's okay. I mean, they did bolt one of my things already, and they haven't cannonaded. What did they do on that preordain? 1 bottom, 1 top, and then play Fjord? They probably just kept Fjord on top. Let's attack. I kind of want to just leave up strands here, but then I have to discard. That doesn't seem good. What I could do is I could just play another hawk, and then if my stuff gets wrath, it's not like the end of the world, and not commit another Soul's Attendant. I mean, they did bolt one of my things though. I mean, I can just go Soul's Attendant into hawk, and if they have wrath, they have wrath. I'm just so confused about how they played out the game to start. I mean, I think they already need to wrath, so I'm just gonna hawk. Pass. Augur, okay. I mean, maybe I'm just playing too cautiously, but Echoing Truth. Jeez. Okay, well now we can potentially do the Prismatic Strands line if they just bounce all my hawks. They just play another Augur. Okay, I get to get in for more damage. I can, now that they're tapped out also, I could consider just going like, especially if I draw land, like Soul's Attendant into Blight Priest to start draining. I get crushed by a cannonade here. I can't believe with that start that I like am not really crushing this game, but is what it is. So we know they have Echoing Truth and a Braid in hand. No reason to really commit another hawk. I think I just play a Blight Priest, and if I get wrath, I get wrath. I can rebuild. So let's do it. If they don't have wrath, they can just Echoing Truth my hawks, but that's not even that good for them at this point. So they go to 11, then they get hit down to 8, and I play a bog. So yeah, Cannonade is the worst case for me, but I can still beat that. I could have played better this game, that's for sure. Don't know what hand the opponent kept. That was strange. Could play another Bog in this deck as well. Bog is just pretty decent in the meta right now. We even have this Battle Screech here. We have a lot going on. Yeah, there's Cannonade. But like I said, I'm still okay here. Fairy Seer. I can even just go like Soul's Attendant into Blight Priest right now. I should have discarded this Strands. It would have been like lights out basically. They have 6 cards in hand though. And we know they have an Abrade and an Echoing Truth. Okay, I mean, this isn't bad. Just go Soul's Attendant, Blight Priest, drain for 1, then drain for another 1. Okay, pass. And I still have a Battle Screech backup plan. So they can kill my Blight Priest, sure. Next turn I can just go Screech plus Flashback Screech. Also I have 3 Unearths in the deck to get this back. They're also at 6. I'm at 29. I could get ninja'd here. Kind of feel like that's what's going to happen. Not going to block. No ninja. So we know about Echoing Truth. So I don't want to overcommit with Screech, actually. That's good to know. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So I think what I'm doing is I'm just playing Hawk and then leaving up Strands, as bad as that is. Alternatively, I could just play the front side of Battle Screech. I'm not like crushing this game, unfortunately. I could also play Soul's Attendant and then play the front side of Battle Screech. I think that plays around Echoing Truth the best. I know they can bounce both my Soul's Attendants, but that's fine. They're probably just going to bounce both my tokens. Spellstutter counter it. Okay. Always yes. Then let's just play this. And I think I will play the tap land because I do want more mana for this Strands. So again, we know about Echoing Truth. Do not want to flashback Screech because of it. This game is not over. And this time we've already used our Hawks. We do have a bunch more Battle Screeches in the deck. We have Night's Whispers, we have Unearths, we have a lot of good stuff, but we even have Fumes as well. A lot of good draws. And we have Strands. Oh man, I'm just kicking myself. If I had just played well, this match would be over. I'd be on to the next one. I feel like I haven't been playing that well in general. Like I should be able to like tighten up my play a little bit, but there's nothing I can do. I'm just playing as well as I can. I'm just gonna stay positive. All right, no blocks, obviously. Gonna be interesting if they do not use the Echoing Truth. Ninja. Okay. Do not like to see that. It's going to be interesting if they go no replay on Augur, because that will mean they're going to Echoing Truth. They're playing a Stormbound Geist. That's pretty good against me too. Definitely in trouble. Step. Okay, let's just cycle that. For a land, that was like our best land draw. Another Battle Screech is actually rough. Specifically against Echoing Truth, like I said. I think I'm just going Hawk, leave up Strands here, pass. If they attack with just Stormbound Geist, I can take it. That doesn't really matter. Use the ability, no. I wonder if I'm supposed to flashback Battle Screech to make them Echoing Truth. But I don't think so. I'm just going to try to trade some of these birds and just get as much value as I can. I just have no clue what they were doing keeping Ash Barons and nothing else. That makes absolutely no sense. Echoing Truth the bird right now. Okay. Nothing I can do. I can think about playing the strands and like double blocking the ninja, naming blue. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Most likely they won't be able to counter this and counter the flashback. Let's just cast it now. Name blue, then go double block on ninja. Again, I can't always flash this back. If they play a burn spell right now, I guess I get wrecked. But I got lucky they did not. So I name blue. And then I go block, block. Because this ninja doesn't deal damage to my creatures now. So I just get to kill it. They've used their Echoing Truth now. So now I'm able to go Screech, flashback Screech. Another reason why I'm not playing the 2-mana 1/1 where you draw a card and lose 1 life is because it's a black creature. One, it's harder on the mana because it's black, and it's not a white creature for Strands and Screech. So you want all your creatures to be white. They missed on Augur. They have 3 cards left. We have another Battle Screech and a Night's Whisper. Nice. Let's lead on Screech. They cannot spell stutter this. They do counter it. Okay, it's not good for me. Let's go Night's Whisper then. Go to 30. Duress and Fumes. Well, Fumes is good, as is Duress. All right, let's just pass. So we'll see what they do here. I don't want to have to use my strands if I don't have to, but we'll see. I could like block a spell stutter with Hawk and then use strands, but kind of want to duress as well. They went top top. Interesting. Bolt the Soul Warden. So I can strands to counter this, but do I care? I mean, I do care if I draw any white creature because I need 1 more white creature to flash back my Screeches. I feel like I'm just supposed to flashback strands here. I'm gonna do it. Just strands name red. Be interesting if they counter this. So they can hit for damage here. Hope no ninja. Fumes isn't even like that insane on this board, but I can take out both of these fairies. So that's something. And if I go duress and they go to like spell stutter it, then I can fumes with the trigger on the stack, which should be pretty nice. Okay, I'm not gonna block, like I said. 27-6. This has been a good match. Augur, okay. What do they hit? Preordain, okay. I'm assuming they're gonna cast it now. I've seen people like go like, let's say they go preordain right now and then bolt something, but they forgot about the strands earlier in the turn. So we know they have a preordained and now a frantic inventory in hand. Okay. So we know their hand. So I can just duress, take your preordain. The thing is, this fumes isn't even that good. I only take out 2 creatures with it that don't really matter that much. I think I'm supposed to cycle fumes. They're just on a quad augur draw here, so Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go. I can even cycle Ash Barrens first to thin. Don't hate it. I'm gonna do it. I am gonna cycle this Fumes. I think taking out these isn't as important as drawing another white creature right here. Nice, got there. Dope. Because now I get to not only get a clue, which is sick, but I think my line paid off because I get to go Flashback Screech, and then they have to deal with a lot of my board. And then I get to I'll just crack clue here as well. So I think I just take Preordain over Frantic Inventory because this is actually only drawing one card. So just Duress, take Preordain, and then just leave them drawing off a card off the top and then one card off Frantic Inventory. All right, looking decent here. I have another Screech to flashback next turn. I have a bunch of flyers. Got kind of lucky to hit a white creature there, but we obviously have a ton of white creatures in the deck. Okay, so we don't know any cards in their hand now. Scred my Soul's Attendant? Sure. They're gonna attack with a bunch of stuff, but I'm still at 32. So again, I don't want to see a ninja here, but I can potentially beat that. Just make a bunch of flyers and then swing for lethal. I also get to draw a card, which is nice. This has been a long match. They only have 6 minutes left on their clock, and it's game 2. Thraben. All right. I think I'll just lead with that. They have Spellstutter. Yeah. All right, that's unfortunate. Flashback a Screech and pass. 28. They have 0 cards. They have to win this game and the next game in time, though. What a grind here. What a grind. This has been fun. Another Stormbound, guys. That actually deals with my 1/1s pretty well, just being a 2/2 flying. Core Skyfisher is a good draw. Knight's Whisper is a good draw. Okay, they're attacking with 1. That's pretty greedy. I guess they have a lot of other blockers, but now I kind of blow them out with a Fumes here as well. At 22, Unearth. Okay. So Unearthing the Blight Priest doesn't actually do it here, but Unearthing a Thraben, I think, is good enough. So let's just do that. I mean, I get my card anyway, so it's better than cycling the Unearth. So I get a redraw. Core Skyfisher is great. Now I get to buy back a Thraben, replay it, draw another card, and have a 2/3 flyer. This deck can grind. So if I attack with all my flyers, that's 5 flyers. They get to trade with 3 of them and eat 1 of them. Then I hit for 1. I feel like that's probably not worth it. I'm probably just not going to attack here. They left enough stuff back. I'm just going to pass. And then I'll just crack a clue later. I mean, I guess I haven't played a land yet, right? I'll just crack a clue now. They don't have any like hand disruption. Could play a tap, could draw a tap land that I want to play. Not complaining about another Screech though. Another Strands would be a good draw. Like I said, Fumes would be an insane draw. Now I have Ravens that can block Augurs. I have Skyfisher that can block any of their flyers. They can't really attack. All right, I mean, I guess they can get in for 1 here. I could also go for like a 5 block on this Augur. That way they can't ninja me, and they only just trade for 1 flyer, and they don't get through. I think I'm actually going to do it. Because if they just have 1 burn spell, I still kill this, and they still only kill 1 bird with their Augur, and then they don't get to get a ninja hit in. So I don't want them to draw any cards. And I think I'm like kind of winning the grind battle. And there's a Blight Priest. Okay, it doesn't actually do anything because I don't have any Soul Wardens out, but still a card. It's just, I think we just go all in here. Try to win next turn. Just go Screech and Flashback Screech. Do I play Blight Priest? That I'm not sure about. Just tap like this. Suppose I will. It's just another attacker. Cannonade, I lose, but is what it is. I don't know if the opponent's attack last turn was good. Frantic Inventory, draw 2. Okay, could be a Cannonade. Frantic Inventory, draw 3. Ancestral, they have 5 cards in hand. But can they survive an attack? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers in the air. So they could block these, take 4. So they're not dead on board, actually. Scred the Blight Priest right now, but they're down to 4 minutes as well. I mean, they've been playing pretty slow, which is why this match also felt like such a grind. Knight's Whisper, let's go. Assume it might get countered. Okay, just not going to attack. I mean, again, they might be able to win this game. I have 8 1/1 flyings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they block, let's say, just 6 birds. They take 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't get in with my Thrabins. All right. Yeah, I might be losing this. Especially if they have, I mean, yeah, another Cannonade. Their Stormbound Geist become 3/3s. Wow, that's a little bold to play as well. I guess I'd have to sack a couple creatures to get in for damage, but now I think I will to take the Monarch. Strands is also just like an insane draw. Brainstorm right now, sure. Looking for Cannonade. Another Battle Screech. So let's see. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers in the air. They eat 2 birds. They trade with 4 more birds, and they take 4 damage going to 1. And then I get to go Battle Screech, Flashback Screech. They might have another counter. Why don't I just start with Screech and see if it gets countered before I do anything? This also might inform them of what they have to do, but I think it's fine. I don't think they usually have 2 Echoing Truth, so I'm not playing around it at this point. Could attack and put them to 1. I think I'm going to. Let's just do it. We take the Monarch here, which is nice. Scred that. Okay, it's not good. So now they eat 2 birds. They probably trade with 4 other birds. They take 2. But then I get the Monarch for 1 turn, which isn't terrible. I'm still at 22, so they have to trade off. And again, they're down to under 3 minutes on their clock. So it's looking rough for them. All right. I get to draw 1 card. They'll be able to take it back, but it's still good to just draw 1 extra card here. I did deal 2 damage, so they're down to 4. There's a Blight Priest, okay. I guess I should just leave the end on just so I don't mess up. Let's see what they do here. They're also dead on board right now because they have 2 flying blockers. They're hitting for 5 trample. Resolves. They take the Monarch, sure. Ninja. I guess I could have blocked with Thraben. Oh no, they're not ninja. Oh, maybe they are. Using precious seconds. This match has been almost an hour. I guess I did like close to a 10-minute deck tech or something, but they also only have 18 cards left in library, but they need to find a burn spell to survive. We know Commodore has one card in their hand, so they have one more card, and it has to be a burn spell. And if I draw any way to gain life, I kill them still. Oh my god, Cannonade? Jeez. They might just do it. They're taking so long. Skyfisher? Okay, well, I just go Skyfisher, replay Bog, play Blight Priest. I guess I could have bounced also one of these gain life lands to drain them for one, but I think I like bogging. Again, I think I'm just going to win this match on time at this point, especially now that they found the Cannonade. They're at 4, minute 20 left. But they just took too long. I felt like I was taking my time deciding because I knew I was ahead on time. But yeah, this is rough for them. I suppose I'll just block here. I just want to not die. $15 cards left in library. That's plenty for them, I suppose. Scred, sure. Probably should have just scredded. Oh, they probably just drew it. I see. All right. So I'm dead in 2 hits here. So they actually did win this game. But again, 46 seconds. I don't think there's any way. That deck doesn't win fast. For game 3, I mean. Spell stutter. Oh no. Oh, frantic inventory, draw 1. Resolves. Yeah, I just think there's no way. Sure. Let's do it. Can I actually not die on this next turn? Maybe. Yield, bounce this, replay, go to 5, and I can block one of these and these two and take 4. So I don't actually die here as well. That's pretty funny. I go to 1, I lose my Soul Warden, but then this is just taking time. Gotta manage your clock. I really think it's part of the game on Magic Online. Oh, and there's a Strands to survive for another turn. Sweet. Don't mind if I do. I can even potentially flash it back. Oh, end step stop. All right. Timed him out. We were, again, that was a 1-0 victory. Oh no. Oh, it just gave me a 2-0 victory? I guess because you win the game that they time out in. I'm not really sure. But all right, sweet. Got the first one against Blue Red Fae. I don't think opponent played perfectly. I didn't play perfectly either. I think I should have won by discarding Strands when I didn't, but that was a pretty fun match and good showcase of the deck. The deck felt powerful, and with the new build, with the bully build, it felt like much better positioned in that matchup specifically. So we'll see how it goes. I'll see you in round 2. All right, we're against G Philippi 77. Definitely played this opponent before. Let me fix this chat window here. Maybe I should just pull this down a little bit so you can see more of the game log. All right, we're on the play. Yeah, keeping this hand. We have double hawk, which is kind of unfortunate, but It's fine. Sometimes you're gonna draw 2 hawks. Swamp, are they Cycle Storm? I would not be surprised. I can safely play out the Ash Barrens here because I have a Basilica to bounce it back. So let's double hawk. Just doing that play because it's mana efficient. Swamp, Swamp, Zealot. Oh, is this mono black? That's going to be a sketchy matchup if it is. Because they have a lot of Wraths. I kind of want to go Soul's Attendant. And then add 1 mana with this. Cycle Ash Barrens. And when I bring it back with Basilica. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's add 1 mana. Basilica. Bounce. Cycle. I think I can just get Plains at this point and hit for 1. They might not have that many Wraths, especially in the main. Maybe they have some Pestilence, but this looks to be mono black control. Chitter. I can't yield because I F6'd. I always F6. Let's just put a hawk back. Doesn't matter what we put back, actually. Definitely not blocking. Okay. So I have 4 mana. Unearth is great in this matchup. Could just play double hawk, but also getting Blight Priest down is pretty reasonable. I mean, they could have removal for it, but they could also not. I'm gonna go for it. I'll get to drain them for 1 here. Yes, yield, yield, and then hit for 1. Nice. I know this opponent's a good player and they play fast, so that's always nice to see. You love to see it. Sign in blood, sure. They're gonna be in trouble if they don't have removal for this, and even if they do, I have an unearth. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. All right, I can just take. I think this is a pretty good matchup for us. Excuse me. All right, sorry. Had a little coughing fit there. Let's just go unearth this. This is why I like this version of the deck better than like the 12 mono green like Soul Sisters version as well. So now I could go Core Skyfisher, bounce Plains, replay Plains, play Hawk. Alternatively, I can just go play Hawk, play Tapland. I think I like the Core Skyfisher line, honestly. I get to drain, then play a Hawk as well. A Wrath kind of wrecks me here, but I mean, if they don't have a Wrath like this turn, and they'd have to have Crypt Rats into activate or Pestilence, they can Pestilence for 1, but even that might not be good enough. They're attacking with Chitter? Why are they attacking with Chitter into Core Skyfisher? Do they have the ninjutsu thing? I'm just gonna block. They could have Fume. Oh, they probably have Fume's main. That's what it is. They have Fume's main. All right, I'm just gonna take. Yep. Okay. I'm glad I didn't block. So that was a decent read, I'd say. And gets the verdict. All right, I think I just sack Blight Priest at this point. I mean, I can drain for 1 with this. Future Soul Wardens are good draws, but my 2/3 flying is also pretty decent. I think I just do that. Not sure. That was also a 3/2, and I could drain them for 1 here. It's kind of tough. I will play the Barons, even though future Blight Priests, I can use it to drain. I'd rather just play out a tap land. All right, they can definitely get out of this. That Fumes was pretty good. Chitter, it sucks. Time walk me. The problem is, I mean, if they have a cast down or something for my Skyfisher, that's bad. But if they don't, it's not good for them. They're just dead in the air here. Oh wow. They probably will. I think this is the mono black control with 4 Fumes main. So that does make this matchup pretty rough. I'm gonna have to do some drastic sideboarding. All right, a removal spell, they survive. Fumes. Okay, they go to 2, but this is still lethal next turn. I'm gonna actually just cycle this and play the land so I don't get crushed by future chitters. You want to go Hellbent against Chittering Rats. They could also have any edict or removal spell here, or Gray Merchant. Oh man, their plan worked perfectly. The Fumes really crushed me here. Now they're hitting for 5. Now I go down to 3. Wow, pretty impressive. Priest is just not going to do it. GG. This does not actually seem like a good matchup. If they have 4 Fumes either main or between main and side, it's just gonna be rough for sure. I think I want the Unearth. I guess I want the Duress as well. They have a lot of removal, and I want to be able to take their Fumes. I don't have anything that pumps toughness just because so much of my stuff is 1 toughness, and I didn't want basically like I didn't want stuff that pumps only 1 toughness. It just seemed terrible to me because of Cannonade dealing 2 damage. If you have like a Parapet or something like that, creatures you control get +0/+1, and then you play that, you use a card on it, and then they go Cannonade, wipe your board. It's so incredibly bad for you. Okay, I could just do this. 2 mana. Oh, not that. Not that. Definitely not that. I meant to. I was saying I could just side out 3 of these. Could also side out some Soul's Attendants instead and keep some of the 2-drop. They do play a fair amount of creatures. I don't even know if they have Pestilence or anything, and I just don't know if I can beat that anyway. I don't think I want to bring in like Leave No Trace or Scorn or Disenchant. It just seems bad. I could just do this. Even though these die to Fumes, I can just try to play safely. I made a good read, I think, that they had Fumes, but it was still just kind of like killed 2 Hawks and a Soul's Attendant, which was pretty brutal. All right, I have to just mull. All right, well, I'm definitely keeping this. I can just put back like a step or something. That was a good game, the first one. That happens a lot against mono black. Like, I felt like I was in such a commanding position, and the opponent just like, when they're on mono black, it's like you feel like you're great, and then it's just like a couple removal spells here, a chitter there, and then you're just like, oh man, it just went from me being so far ahead, and now I have nothing. It's like mono black is pretty good at doing that too. They kept 7, we'll keep 6. And I think I just put a step back because I want to be able to Night's Whisper on 2. I could have put Scoured Barrens back over step, but I think Barrens might be better. I need to play my lands anyway. So step, maybe I should have just kept step and played it because I could bounce it back with a Basilica later. I'm not sure. This can drain them for 1 with this, or even 2. So that's something. We do have Quad Knight's Whisper, which is nice here. In these kind of matchups, I wish we had even more card advantage. This deck is pretty fun to play as well. I think opponent's probably just not there or doing something else real quick because mono black doesn't have that many decisions on turn 1. I guess they could have like a Baron more, or they could have, yeah, Witch's Cottage I thought of. All right, I mean, I could just Hawk and just Night's Whisper later. Yeah, let's go. Let's Hawk. Don't want to get this Hawk discarded from like a Distress or something. Just get all the Hawks. And then next turn I can go Barons plus Hawk. which is pretty nice against edicts. The Hawks and Battle Screeches so far, I know I just started, but have felt fantastic. All right, they're gonna just kill it. Guess verdict. I was gonna play this potentially, but definitely gonna play Hawk plus Tapland to play around additional edicts, and just I get my Tapland down, which is decent. No reason to rush playing Blight Priest here. Chitter. Okay. I think I'm just gonna play out both my Hawks. Just uses my mana efficiently, pressures them. Again, good against Edict. All right. We hit for 1. They're gonna hit for 2. I'll take. Rager, sure. I'll probably even lead Knight's Whisper here. I could draw other spells I can cast or a land to play Blight Priest. Ooh, that's actually not bad. I mean, 4/4 is a big body. All right, I just have to play this because it's just so much more mana efficient than this. And I mean, it is a 3/2 for what that's worth. Next turn, I can play Soul Warden into Blight Priest. Drain for some fumes. Oh, just cast down, sure. Kind of expected that. They hit for 4. All right, now oh, that's actually decent as well. Just gonna hit for 4 and go Soul Warden into Blight Priest here. See if they fumes. If they have fumes and they waited on it, that's a pretty impressive play from the opponent, honestly. And I will balance a Barons here because I'd rather, if this survives, I want to be able to replay it. No, unmake. Okay, sure. So I think I still do balance Barons because it's good with Epicure. So yeah, let's go. And gain 1 is just not bad against them pressuring me with just some 2/2s. Another Rager, sure, they go to 11. They might just need to find, okay, they kill my Soul Warden, sure. They might need to find a Fumes or some type of Wrath here before they Edict. So let's just go Epicure into Barons and into attack. I could have attacked first. Yeah, I didn't want to see Defile. I should have attacked first. They probably wouldn't have, though. Just the way they've been playing. And the fact that they have, like, Fumes main. I mean, I'm losing this race right now. I'm gonna have to just stay back and chump next turn. Multiple unmakes, wow. Go to 5. Yeah, I just got ground out by a mono black. I'm just dead here. Guess I can attack and block with this. I guess that's worse. Not really sure, but I'm going to 1. I guess I can chump here. But again, I don't think I have outs. Might as well draw my card. Gets verdict me. Oh, sign and blend me. Still a great match. Okay, 1-1. Let's go round 3. Let's just jam. That was still fun. I do generally enjoy playing against mono black. It's always fun. This hand's not great, but I'll keep it. We have a lot of gas, even if this hand's a little bit clunky. They're on 5. Forest Go. The Forest Go usually feels like defenders to me. Okay, that's a good draw. We have a lot of planes in the deck, which I like. Oh, it's Boggles. Okay, I think Boggles is actually a really good matchup for us as well. I could play Priest, or I can play Soul Warden into Basilica. think I'm gonna get the Basilica down and then start draining them next turn. Yeah, this seems good. Also, getting these down is surprisingly effective against them. Yeah. Okay, I could attack even, but unless they make a massive, massive thing, the life gain from these Soul Wardens really does matter. Okay, 3/3. Lifelink. It's going to be tough. This is not over, though. So what way do I get the most damage? I think I get the most just by playing Blight Priest now and then playing these priests. So it's also more mana efficient, so let's just go drain for 2, attack for 2. If they have like Ethereal Armor or Ancestral Mask, it's going to be tough. But again, it is possible, especially with multiple. Oh, this is actually such a good combo because both of these triggers, so they actually are going to gain 10 here. Hit for 5, gain 10. It's a lot better than hit for 5, gain 5. I'm not going to give up yet, though. Wow, another Blight Priest. So now I think I'm going to play Ash Barrens, play 2 Priests, and then I'll play Blight Priest next turn. Is that correct? I need to just gain as much life as possible, so yeah, I'm going to do it. I even have Hawk as well. Okay, let's go. Pretty crazy if we can win this. Yes, yield and attack for 5. It's going to be tough, especially if they have like any more auras that pump power. No. Okay, I thought it was the Rancor. Next turn I just play Blight Priest. If I draw a land, I can go Priest plus Hawk. Okay, no Ethereal Armor, please. They have 2 cards in hand. Damn. They have they just got all the old borders. Pretty sick to get the old border Ethereal Armors from Time Spiral. Alright, so they hit for 10, gain 20. Yeah, I just don't think there's any way. I don't like to concede games because there's other games where I thought there was no way and then I actually was able to win. So this is just drain for 8 and then Hawk is drain for another 8. And then next turn I can play multiple more Hawks. Kind of doing it here in a way. Neither of us are interacting. It's like modern. Okay. Any creature they play, also, they get drained for like a million. They're at 16. I'm at 19. No! All right. They wouldn't have blocked even if I attacked with the Soul Sister. Okay, let's go. Bring in Duress. Bring in Fumes. We have a lot of sideboard here. I think Strands is actually good enough. Wow, this is so much hate. Nice. We have double basically card that wraths all their enchantments in Scorn and Leave No Trace, double Disenchant, double Duress, double Fumes, and Strands to buy time. Like, if we had a Strands that game, we might have been able to win. And the fact that they don't really interact with us is pretty nice for us. I could just board out Core Skyfisher just because the 2/3 body and the value isn't as relevant. Like I could board out like a lot of my value package. I could even board out some Night's Whispers because I'm always going to be wanting to commit to the board, but these at least help me find my sideboard cards. Thraben Inspector is another body. I could go like down 1 Thraben, 1 Night's Whisper here. I could cut some Battle Screeches because they're a little bit slow. They seem good at just like triggering my stuff a bunch of times though. Maybe 4 Night's Whisper is too much. I just need like actual, like just action cards. I could just do this as well. I'm not really sure, but I'll try it. Screech is also a little bit slow. All right, let's go. This looks fine. All right, sounds reasonable. They mulligan to 6. So that was a mulligan to 5 for them, but it was a good 5. I mean, they just made a huge thing. Next turn I can go cycle Ash Barrens for Swamp, play Duress. What I'm definitely going to do. Utopia Sprawl, okay. Name white. Oh, Scorn, let's go. So I need to be able to play a white spell to play Scorn for free. But I have a lot of white spells in my deck, so that's good. Definitely just going to Duress here. There's that damn Armadillo Cloak. They do have Boggle, interesting. They chose not to play Boggle. I mean, either way, I just need to be able to cast this Scorn. So they're going to have 3 mana next turn. They're just going to go Abundant Growth plus Boggle. That's it. This hits for more damage by a lot. Armadillo Cloak gains lifelink. I think I just care about the damage. I just want them to commit as many enchantments to the battlefield here as possible, and then I'll just blow them all up. So they go Abundant Growth. I know they go Ledgewalker plus Boggle here, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so that's their hand. Okay. Well, I'll just lead Knight's Whisper. Okay, Leave No Trace is good as well. It's going to be, I think, pretty straightforward with both of these good hate cards here. I'm just not going to trade. I don't think there's really a reason to. Especially when they have 2 hexproof creatures out. I can just wait on my enchantment removal spells as well. I mean, if they're just making a 3/3 lifelink, I can just ignore it for now until they do something better. They could draw like counter spells or something for my interaction. It's not terrible just to go like Leave No Trace, kill all these auras, and just leave them with Triple Forest. But again, I think I'm fine to just wait. I think I'm just going to go Blight Priest, Drain, and then Drain. Yeah, I like this. Not going to attack. I can just hardcast this as well if I need to. Okay, they're probably just going to put counters on. Oh, they have enough mana. Okay, they're probably just going to activate that. Make a 5/5 trample lifelink. And at this point, I might be forced to either Scorn or Leave No Trace. Because that is kind of a lot now. There's Thraben. Okay, well, let's just go Battle Screech. And then I'm going to play Scorn here. Let's go Flashback. Attack. And then cast Scorn. All right. Now I think I should have this. Sounds like the dog is missing. I don't know if you could hear that, but he was just barking. I think he just like was hiding somewhere in the house and barking. Ram through, kill my Blight Priest? Sure. I have another Leave No Trace. Just solid. Surprised that they still have Ram through. 0 cards in hand. Strands. Strands is actually a good draw. Clue. I think I'll just attack for 4. And then I'll just leave up Clue plus Cycle Step or Strands, depending on what they have. I mean, I can just take a hit here. It doesn't matter. Sometimes they have stuff like Electrickery. Dog just going off right now. I guess I just Battle Screech. They don't even have colored mana to play around. To like, so I don't need to really play around the any Wrath effect. So I just hit them to 10. I don't have the win yet, but I wonder if I was supposed to bring in Guardian's Pledge as well. All right, it's +0/+0 right now. No other enchantments on the battlefield. The Scorn just got him. Scorn seems pretty sweet. Just go to Night's Whisper, because why not? Land. Attack with all. I could just literally attack with all. They have to block. Just, I guess, just this. I guess there's no reason to attack with that. Just attack like this. Then I'll just leave up strands. Because why not? Because I just need to survive here. All right. We got him with the Scorn. And we also had the Leave No Trace. Either of those cards, if we resolve it, I feel like we should be able to win. Guardian's Pledge, there is a reasonable like likelihood that we can just kill them with this. Again, they can't interact that well. Maybe I'm supposed to just do it. Seems a little bit slow, but doesn't seem terrible. Could I cut 2 Night's Whispers for it? Again, maybe I just don't need that. I feel like it's good, and if they lifelink, it might not be good enough. But yeah, I feel like maybe it's supposed to be in the deck. Nice Night's Whisper drawing me towards Leave No Trace and Patriarch Scorn seems good to me. It's weird to bring in Pledge and side out Battle Screech. I think I'm going to try it like this. I just want to also test Pledge and see if it's good, so I'll try it. Siding out Night's Whisper is kind of funky, but I mostly would want to just be playing creatures anyway, so yeah, keep this. A little bit clunky with tap lands, but oh, they kept 7. Leading Abundant Growth. Okay, I like to see no Boggle. Okay, now I'm going to lead Soul Warden. So I can just get a Hawk down next turn. And again, the life gain from Soul Warden from their creatures is also relevant for sure. If I play Scoured Barrens, I am able to play Priest on turn 3. And I get to cycle Step. I think I'm actually going to do that. Should I attack? Offer the trade? I think no. These Soul Wardens are actually really good in this matchup. And I mean, they probably wouldn't block anyway, but if their hand was just a bunch of like Ledge Walkers or something, they might. Okay, no Ethereal Armor, please. All right, they're just drawing. Their hand must not be very good. They literally just cycled the growth. Rancor, sure. I cannot block it yet, but my Hawks can block that. I'll be cycling this step. Another Boggle, okay. Fumes, oh my god, nice. I could play it safe and just Fumes right now, especially considering they have Abundant Growth up, but I feel like there's no way they have Dispel or anything, right? They'll probably just go for an aura if they have it. All right, I'm just going to pass. I could get punished because I might be able to just win if I just played Fumes on my turn. So maybe this is just too greedy, but I'm just going to let them attack. Play an aura. Nice, let's go. So now I get to like get an extra card out of their hand and a good one at that. So My play worked out. That could actually be relevant to me winning or losing the game. Okay, they have another Boggle and they have a Rancor in hand, but now I get to start getting my combo assembled, which is actually pretty sweet here. Feeling like I'm in a good spot to win this. Could actually attack here. If they trade with this Boggle, they have Rancor plus blank in hand. I think I'm gonna do it. They're probably not gonna block. Yeah, they need their last creature. They could suit this up huge, but I'm gonna start draining them for serious life coming up here. I can go Priest into Hawk next turn by playing an Ash Barrens. Okay, that was good. They still only have a 3-1 though. Okay, nice. Now this is a pretty easy line. Soul Warden, Blight Priest, drain for 2, tap land, drain for 1, attack for 1. Then next turn I can triple Hawk, drain for 6, attack for 5. Not quite lethal, but close to it. If they play a creature, I guess they'd have to play 2 creatures, but if they attack, I'm definitely just taking. No attack, sure. I drew a Hawk, which was the worst possible draw in the deck, considering I was going to get it anyway, but I think it doesn't really matter. Just comboing off here. And yes, this is what comboing off is in this deck. Hawk. Gut shot, Soul. They obviously should have done that earlier. Yield, no. Hawk. Drain for 1, no. Could attack with Blight Priest now. I mean, if they block with Boggle, they're kind of screwed. I guess I can just attack with both. Yeah. I think that's fine. Either one they trade with is fine with me. Then they don't have a creature. Yeah. I think this is actually a decent matchup for us. Again, like in the first game when they just make something so massive, there's nothing I can do, but they might just go another creature, replay Rancor, but that's fine. Oh, Cannonade, wow. Oh, into Boggle? Jeez. Talk about a blowout there. I was not expecting that. They're at 5. They have a Rancor in hand and an unknown card. Okay, they only have a Rancor. So I can attack. Oh no, they can make a 3/3, sure. I was going to say Battle Screech, please. That's justice for drawing the Hawk. They have to draw another Cannonade right now. Maybe I wasn't even supposed to flashback because another Cannonade could save them. No. Okay, it's over. Nice. Got Boggles, 2 and 1, and I'm gonna go check out what the dog's doing, and I'll see you in round 4. Round 4, we're against Merc here, who I believe is one of the trophy leaders. Yeah, number 4 with 13 trophies, not bad. So we're against a good opponent, that's for sure. Try to play first, yes. Have to mulligan this hand. We've had a lot of mulligans actually. I think our mana should be pretty decent, but yeah, we've been mulliganing a lot. Oh man, this 6 is not good. Like all we're doing is Soul Warden into Core Skyfisher, either bounce a land or a Soul Warden. It's just so bad. I'm not sure if Core Skyfisher deserves a place in the deck with only like Thravens to bounce for value. Could just replace Core Skyfisher with something else. They kept 7. I could go to 5. I think I'm just supposed to keep and hope I like draw well and draw like Battle Screech or something. Alright, let's see what we're up against. I don't know what Merc usually plays. I've only played them like once before, if ever. Plains. Okay, it's mono white heroic. Deathblade Elite is like the worst one to see as well because if they just aura something up, they can uh, provoke, target us. All right, all what I have to do. I mean, I could Core Skyfisher back my Soul Warden to try to protect it from this. I'm just not going to be able to really deal with this. I don't really have removal. I think this matchup's not terrible, but this game is probably going to be rough. I think what I'll do is actually I'm just going to attack, offer the trade, and then play a Core Skyfisher. Seems pretty weird, but yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do. Just bounce this and save it. I know I could also block with Core Skyfisher, but I think this is what I'm supposed to do. Trophy leader with mismatched planes. They just don't care. And then they're going to play another aura, eat my Core Skyfisher. Yeah, this is exactly what you don't want to see. Now any creature I play, they just keep eating with this. So this is just going to be game. Our hand is just not good here. We do get a lot of good sideboard cards for this matchup as well, though. Just go Knight's Whisper. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure what these even do against a provoke, like a massive provoke creature. 3/3 first strike vigilance provoke. Trying to think what can I do to win here. I could just wait and then play a bunch of creatures to drain all in the same turn. Yeah, I just don't have any removal for this because of how my deck is built like for maximum value. Maybe instead of Core Skyfisher, I could have like a small like 2 to 4 removal card suite of like maybe 1 to 2 snuff outs, maybe like some cast downs. I don't really think I want Chainer's Edict, but kind of interesting. Yeah, it's just annoying that any creature I play just gets eaten. Hmm. All right, all right. So I could go Soul, Core Skyfisher, bounce a Soul Warden or a land. And they probably just eat a Soul Warden. Alternatively, I can go Soul Warden, Blight Priest, Soul Warden, or I guess Soul, Blight Priest is it's the same thing, right? Each way I get double trigger, and they just eat Blight Priest, and I go from there. I think that's best. That's all I can do. So let's go Attendant. They're gonna just eat Blight Priest. But yeah, this is the best way. I gain 1 more life if I play this before this. Yes, yield. If they just don't have Deathblade Elite and I'm able to just build up my board, then this matchup I think gets kind of rough for them. But if they have this specifically, it's kind of annoying for me. I also do get to bring in 2 disenchants and 2 spells that blow up all auras or all enchantments. So those are good. Okay, 17 to 17, they just eat Blight Priest here. And then all I can really do is go like play Core Skyfisher, replay Soul, and that's it. Maybe I'm gonna have a chance to win on like playing a Battle Screech or something. All right, they're making a big flyer. And they have a Sagery Step. Nice. That's cool. First strike pro black. Sure. I assume they're gonna provoke this, yeah. Also the fact that this has vigilance is rough. They probably have emerged unscathed or something. Well, let's just gain a bunch of life here. It's all I can do. I mean, I'm also feeling like I could just concede. Just get on to the next one, basically. I can't even attack, and they have 2/3/3s, which is like bigger than my stuff. They have nothing else somehow, and I draw like an Epicure on the next turn. Maybe I have a chance, but even then, I just don't really see any way. Like they'd have to have like 5 lands in hand or something, which is just not gonna happen. What if they'll eat Skyfisher or a Soul? Yeah, they just eat Skyfisher. The Raven. Okay. Just gonna keep playing. I have to always yes to one of these, right? Always yes. Another Soul Warden. I suppose I just play it. I don't think it's getting better just waiting. I mean, we're kind of doing our thing. We're just under kill any creature they want every turn. They should have attacked first, right? It says first strike. So they could have eaten a Soul Warden before attacking. Maybe they just even eat the Raven, but see what they provoke. Soul Warden? Sure. Yeah, I just don't have. I can't like triple block this or anything because of the first strike. Okay, well, there's Epicure. So again, if they have absolutely nothing, maybe. I get to drain for 3 here, go to 29, they go to 14. But then if they have any aura to pump this one more power, they can eat my Epicure. But if they don't even get to attack with Deathblade Elite. And then if I draw like a Battle Screech or something, I might just be able to win, which would be insane if I win this game. I really have no business winning this game. They're just gonna like, they might just have like a couple of Merge Unscathed and a what is that card? The Blessing, the 2 mana flash aura, choose a color, gains protection of that from that color. That card is pretty absurd too. Benevolent Blessing. Like I could see their hand being plains, double Emerge Unscathed, double Benevolent Blessing. Alright, so they probably have a mutagenic growth here is my guess. They're just gonna, oh, they're targeting this? Okay, well I'm gonna try to block with Epicure. I can't block with everything. I just have to try, I think. Just hope they don't have mutagenic. First strike happened already. Oh, and then they're just provoking. I see, okay. Or they're just activating. Okay, well, that's something. Let's go. I get to drain for 8 here. Again, if I win this game, that's incredible. Right, let's yield to this. And I get to bring in a lot of good cards. Strands, all my enchantment removal, fumes. Suppose it doesn't really matter what I tap. Also had a lot of life here. I mean, I'm dying to this still, but do I attack with Epicure? They could double block, but then I still trade for Deathblade. And they showed they didn't have a pump spell, so I guess they could play the blessing here. So maybe this is a bad attack. They're just blocking there, going to 7. That was, yeah, again, that was super aggressive of me to attack like that. I don't think that was right. Emerge unscathed. Well, why didn't they block with this too? If they block with this and then emerge unscathed here, named black, they kill this. I don't understand. They want their cat around? I mean, that again, that was just a bad attack for me, but I don't see why the opponent did that. Maybe they meant to. No, they didn't even double block. I just don't understand. They're gonna just target their Skyguard here. I think they need to keep eating my Soul Wardens. I'm at 34, they're at 7. This game is crazy. Opponent has 5 cards in hand. They must have multiple more emerge unscathed. There's like no other explanation. They almost can't even attack with their Skyguard, otherwise they just get clocked by birds. Can we draw like another Battle Screech or a Hawk next turn? We have 3 more Battle Screeches and 4 Hawks in the deck. I guess they can eat a Soul Warden with this. This is why this matchup's not bad for us, as you can see. If they don't have Provoke, I can just like, they can make like a 10-10, and then I can just, imagine if none of my creatures died this game. I would have been able to like go off. All right, well, they can gain 2 now. So what are they going to provoke? They provoke a Soul Warden. Okay, makes sense. I can't block with Epicure now. Could double block, but yeah, I don't think I want to. I think I'll just take. Also, Unearth for Blight Priest would be pretty sick. Priest, okay. I'll start by playing that. Drain for 1. And then I could attack for 3, but I lose a bird. I think I'm just gonna go no attack. Because maybe now I can have enough creatures to like block almost everything on this and then just kill their Deathbleed Elite finally. We'll see. We'll see how they attack. Their thing still does have... Oh no, because they can just always activate this. Man, this card is annoying if you don't have actual removal for it. So let's think about sideboarding. Guardian's Pledge could be decent too, like on this board. So definitely bring in Leave No Trace, Disenchant, Disenchant, Strands, Strands, Fumes, Fumes, Duress, Duress, Scorn. That's already so many cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards already. Maybe double Guardian's Pledge. These Guardian's Pledge don't really seem to be working out in the sideboard. I just don't know if I need them. So they did, let's just see. Okay, yeah, illegal blocking. So I have to block here, so they did activate. They have cat, so they're just gonna like emerge unscathed it? I'm not really sure. I could force them to activate this. Doesn't seem good actually. I think I'm just gonna block here. I could also just take the damage from cat, but I think this is fine. Just block like this. I'll probably just emerge unscathed, gain 2. Yeah. This is just like the abyss right now. Trailblazer, they lose 1. Yeah, I want to use the ability. Another Battle Screech or a Hawk, please. Land is not that. think we're going down. I mean, our draws were actually pretty good from our opening hand. So now they make a 5/5 flying. They're almost out of gas too, but they can also draw ethereal armor, or they have a lot of good draws. Oh, they're putting a counter there. Interesting. They're really separating everything out. I mean, I do have black mana, so they're assuming like that I could have cast downs or something in my deck, which I don't. But yeah, maybe a couple removal spells like cast down just might be good. Not really sure. This has been a super fun league though. I do really enjoy playing this deck. So now they're gonna provoke on my priest. Yep. They probably have another emerge unscathed. I'm just gonna continue to block like this. I can't really deal with the first strike. It just sucks. And the bottom ability, obviously. Just nothing I can do. Oh, Karametra's Blessing. Okay, sure. They were gonna find one of those at some point. Okay, Hawk, but probably too late. I just do it. Play triple Hawk. They eat one of them. Oh, they've been just gaining too much life though. I really like the build of this deck though. Like even if we lose this game, I think the deck is in a great spot. Wonder. So do I attack? Hit for 3 down to 10. Lose 1 bird. I feel like I do. Maybe I just start attacking next turn. I'm also losing 1 creature per turn to this. All right, start next turn. Don't want to be losing 2 creatures per turn. I'm going to run out of gas real quick if that's the case. Okay, 3/3 first strike lifelink. I think I'm fine to just concede at this point. I like want to play it out, but yeah, I just first strike lifelink. They're going up to 17. I'm just going to concede at this point. Move on. Deathblade Elite really got me. Okay. Again, still I think a reasonable matchup here. So let's bring this in. Maybe Guardian's Pledge too. Let's see what we can take out. I think Epicure, maybe Epicure can just get cut from the deck entirely too. I think that'd be a reasonable option. I can do something like this, keeping all the Thrabins. I can take out 1 Thrabin. I could bring in Guardian's Pledge. Again, they can't really kill my creatures at all. And then I might be able to just win with that. Side out Night's Whispers entirely. Just leaving all my creatures in Guardian's Pledge. It's funny to side out Night's Whisper, but yeah, I'm just going to try it like this. Bring in 12 cards. Sure. Let's go. Yeah, let's keep. Let's just hope no. Oh, sorry. I always forget to move this. So I do apologize. They mulligan to 5. Again, we just do not want to see Deathblade Elite. Anything else, we're fine. I'm fine with Plains Go. I'm fine with their Laguna and Trailblazer, their 0-4. Double Strands is pretty decent in this matchup too. Just buys a lot of time. No, they just mulligan to it. All right, well, I cannot play Soul Warden, that's for sure. Might be rough too against Deathblade. Well, they can't increase its power. It might not really do much. Oh, there's a Fumes? Okay, nice. Just gonna pass. And if they go for an aura, I'll just fumes in response. Might even just fumes end of turn. They could have Karametra's Blessing. I have to look up that card because I think it gives +2/+2 no matter what, right? And then if it's enchanted, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's enchanted, or if it's an enchanted creature or an enchantment creature, it also gains hexproof and indestructible. Okay, so it always gives +2/+2. I could also just play Strands right now to get it into the graveyard. It's kind of weird. I don't hate it though. It also like kind of like shows them why I'm tanking for so long here, so they don't suspect fumes anymore. More just thinking, is it good to play Strands to get it into the graveyard? I think the answer is yes. I think I'm gonna do it. It's kind of clunky to have these in your hand. It's much better to have them in the yard. Duress. Okay, well now I can just Duress to start. If they have Blessing, then I'm... Okay, they have Emerge Unscathed, Hyena Umbra. Okay, well now they might play it on this, which is not good for my fumes. Lifelink, interesting. They have Ethereal Armor as well. They can end up turn Benevolent Blessing and untap and armor it. I think I just take... Could have gone for the Strands. They have no other creature, and they have no way to protect from from fumes. I mean, the only way Ethereal Armor is bad is if they draw another enchantment or just go jam like Lifelink plus Ethereal Armor. I think I just take Armor. I may have just messed up this game though. Alright, I'm just gonna pass with mana up to make it look like I have a removal spell. So I don't want them to play anything. Nice. Vault Scourge is fine. Nice, so they're just going to leave up Emerge Unscathed, but now I have Fumes. And they have no answer for Fumes in their hand. Because we know these are the 4 cards. Nice. So now I can just Fumes on my turn, and then play a Soul Warden. That was lucky. So I'm just going to Fumes right now that I know I can resolve it. Kill both of their creatures, play a Soul Warden, and got kind of lucky there, honestly. They had some lines for outs, but they were obviously playing around targeted removal. So them not knowing what I had was huge. Okay, Trailblazer, okay, they can make this bigger. But I still do have Strands. I have Blight Priest. I can do a lot here. And I do have a Guardian's Pledge as well, which is really good. So do I Blight Priest? Or do I Hawk? I can play 2 Hawks this turn, and then next turn I can go Blight Priest plus Hawk. I feel like that's better. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I draw a land, I can just still triple Hawk next turn. All right, I'll just Blight Priest. This kind of sucks that it doesn't pump this up, but I still think this is the best option for like Anthem effects. All right, see, now that they don't have Deathblade Elite, yeah, they can make a huge Laguna Band Trailblazer, but I can beat that. Okay. They just play a Skyguard, they get drained for 1, and no attack, I assume? Yeah, no attack. I cannot have 6 because I have Strands in the yard. Wow, another Blight Priest? That is a really sweet draw here. So I just go Blight Priest, drain for 2, and then Hawk. drain for 2, and then get 3 more Hawks. Hawk and Battle Screech have just really taken this deck to the next level, I'm telling you. Alright, no attacks. And we're pretty close just to draining them out. If I draw a land, I actually can drain them for 12. Alright, well, I guess I could Strands name white here. Because then a land is lethal, right? Each Hawk... Oh no, this is only drained for 6. Never mind, never mind. Just totally miscalculating. I'll just take if they attack then. Plus, keeping the Strands in the yard for a bigger lifelink swing is better, I think. I'll just be able to go, like, play Double Hawk, worst case, and then Guardian's Pledge, like, next turn for the win, potentially. Ooh, Disenchant. Do like that. So I'll play Hawk. Drain. Could just play another Hawk. Or I could leave up Disenchant / Strands. I mean, if I just leave up Disenchant and disenchant the lifelink, I feel like that's going to be pretty bad for them. So I think I'll just go ahead and do that. Just attack for 1. Again, I can also just leave up Strands from hand and just cast it. It's also good putting another Strands in the yard. So depending on what they do, I can also just cast another Strands from hand. We've drawn a lot of sideboard cards, but we also sided in 12 cards, and we've drawn 4 of them. All right, Emerge Unscathed. I like to see it. I think they're just going to be dead here. Because I'm just going to cast Strands from my hand. They won't gain any life. And then I can drain and attack. Strands named white. Strands is a hell of a card. That could be in the main deck too, over like Core Skyfisher. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Just play this. Play Hawk, drain for 2. I do have Strands up, so if I attack with everything and then just play a Guardian's Pledge, I hit for 6, 9, 12. And I don't think there's anything they can have. They've already played these. They have not played these, so they have 1 blank in hand. I think that's pretty safe to do, honestly. Just gonna do it. They'll probably just block a Blight Priest, and then I just go Guardian's Pledge. I could have not shown them Guardian's Pledge, I suppose, but I did. Okay, nice. So, do I want to change anything? I sideboarded in, what? Is it every card except 1 Unearth that was in my sideboard and 2 Spell Bombs? I already brought in literally everything. I think I still want the Guardian's Pledge. They're probably just going to have to find their Provoke creature. Otherwise, I'm going to get them. Fumes is also nice. Now it sucks that they know about Pledge, Strands, and Fumes, so they can take some measures to play around those cards. But, I mean, I have Scorn, I have Leave No Trace, I have Disenchants. I have a lot of good stuff. Let's jam like this. It's weird to side out Night's Whisper again, but I think it might be correct. They mulligan to 6. I'm going to keep. I don't feel like mulliganing this, like, basically functional draw. They mulligan to 5. I think they're just really looking for Deathblade Elite. I think they're probably mulliganing aggressive to that because they know they need to stop our plan. If they just, like, again, have a Trailblazer hand, and make it like a 4/6, it's just not going to be that great. Step. All right, let's just play barons and pass. I can just play a hawk on 2. They're going to play a Skyguard here? Sure. Soul Warden. All right, well, I can play Soul Warden plus tap land here. I think I like that. Get my tap land out of the way. I want to play this as a land because I'm land light in this hand. The 1 step has been nice. Could even be a second one in the deck, perhaps. All right, they make a 3/3 flying. They have another aura. I don't want to see ethereal armor. Okay. I mean, a 5/5 flying is big. I have strands. They're down to 2 cards. I think I can just take a turn off, play this, pass. Next turn, I might be able to play double hawk. I mean, they have a huge thing, but I'm getting some life. 7/7 first strike flying vigilance. I can also find my Patriarch Scorn or my Leave No Trace. If I find either of those, I probably win. They're attacking with this. So they must have Karametra's Blessing. I think I just have to take. I think I'm just going to take. I mean, they could be bluffing, but I'm not willing to call that bluff right here. This is like a way that I win, basically. So I think I'm just playing double hawk, and if they don't have Benevolent Blessing, I can start chumping with hawks. Yeah, let's go. I could duress right now as well. I don't hate it. It might be better to rest now than later. Let's see. Let's get both these hawks. So I'm just deciding if I want to duress, basically. I think taking a potential Benevolent Blessing is worth it. And I can, like I said, I can just start chumping. Okay, so they did have Blessing, Karametra's Blessing that we knew about. Do they have another card? No. Okay, so they have a 10/10. I can just start chumping every turn, and I have strands. So no Benevolent Blessing off the top, please, or emerge unscathed. Just need to fade 1 turn, basically. We know they have a plains in hand. So let's just chump. Nice. Fumes. Okay, that could be fine later, but I think I'm just risking playing double hawk here. Because they obviously don't have a protection from colored spell right now. And even if they do, it's not lethal this turn. So I think now is a good time to get them down. I'm draining them for 1 every creature I play while buying time. This has been such a fun league. Okay, Ethereal Armor there. Interesting. 5/5. I can disenchant that, so that's decent. So I think what I'm supposed to do is go block the 8, take the 5. Yeah. And then I can go play hawk, leave up disenchant and strands. I'll just play this out. Play hawk, drain for 1. No. Pass the turn. Again, I'm drawing towards a lot of good cards here. Okay, they played the wrong planes, right? Unless they played this one already. I think this one was already in play, right? I could be misreading that, but Now let's just go. And I'm at 8. Let's go disenchant the ethereal armor. Am I supposed to go to blocks first? I think so. Just go block. Block? Is that too risky to block with Blight Priest? I'm not sure what kind of counter they could have. They could have another Karametra's Blessing, but I think I'm supposed to do this. Just disenchant. Try to eat their thing. Karametra's Blessing, they still just trade. Okay. Nice. We still have strands. Plains does not do anything. Am I supposed to strands right now? I could chump one more turn with Hawk. Kind of like getting the strands out. Make white. I don't think there's any damage can't be prevented spells, but just block. Could cycle fumes, but I don't think I want to yet. Now I could take a hit because it's not lethal, and if they go to pump, then I can strands in response. Okay, lifelink, never mind. Probably need to just flashback strands now. I need to find essentially Patriarch Scorn or whatever the other one is. Leave no trace. Cycle fumes. It's a Soul's Attendant. I think I just flashback strands. Name white. Have a lot of good draws here. 2 specifically really good draws. Cat, sure. They get drained for 1. I gain 1, not bad. Plains is not what I want to see. I'm just gonna hold it in hand. I'm gonna try to chump with Hawk again, if they let me. 12 to 12. Kind of doing it. They can't really play any more creatures. They do gain 9 here if they hit. Hyena Umbra there, sure. Just gonna chump the 9. They're gaining a ton. Now even if I destroy all enchantments, they still have like a 6/6 flying. So that's probably not going to be enough now. Basilica. That's a redraw. Blight Priest. I don't think that does it. I gain 2, drain for 2. Might be able to chump one more time, but they just went up to 23. Yeah, this is just not going to do it. Looks like we're going down to the Menace. Couldn't find the right sideboard cards quick enough here, it looks like. So 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they could pump and kill me, but whatever, I'll just take. They go up to 30, yeah. Even this is just a little bit too late here. Pretty sweet. We can deal a lot of damage. We needed this earlier. So does this deal 16 damage? Yeah, wow. I mean, that is pretty cool, but still not quite good enough. Or is it? Because I can chump. I still don't think it's good enough because they gain so much life. Oh, I should have tapped my other Soul Warden. Alright, well, maybe. I go back up to 9. I can just chump the Skyguard over and over unless they find a protection spell. So they're gaining 11 again. I go to 7. Strands, I don't think does it either. I don't think this does it either. This is only drain for 2. So I go back up to 9. I can keep chumping, I suppose. I'm gonna keep fighting. Any emerge unscathed or benevolent blessing kills me. I mean, yeah, maybe Leave No Trace or Patriarch Scorn is enough because then that takes away their lifelink. Then maybe I can get out of it after that. Basilica, not going to do it here. I have to chump again and just let them gain a bunch. Assuming I can even chump to survive. Oh, I already played a land, duh. Okay. I can't believe that I'm not dead yet. That's what's surprising. Another Battle Screech off the top would be sweet. That was pretty sick when we drew the Battle Screech and just drained for 16. It's like, but it wasn't even enough. All right, going to 5. We've been chumping this all game. 5 cards in hand, Fumes. Okay, I'm going to cycle that. Disenchant. So I can disenchant the lifelink here. Okay. Could also disenchant the hyena number on the cat and eat it. Probably just disenchant this lifelink. Still fighting, still fighting. They have another land. Okay. I'm gonna go to 3 here. Block here. And then before damage, disenchant the lifelink, as funny as that is. I could have taken the lifelink earlier with the duress, but I did not think that was the take at the time. Another lifelink, sure. No. Okay. So now I'm dead. I just drew too many lands. Damn. Got defeated by the Menace. That was close. That was a good match. That was a really good match. I only do have really the 2 scorn, the 1 scorn and the 1 Leave No Trace. Where is it? Guardian's Pledge may have been interesting. Not really though. Where are they? 13 cards left. They're all the way at the bottom. It's funny. I play my girlfriend Rummy sometimes, and whenever like either of us don't like whenever either of us lose, we always draw cards from the deck to see how far it was until it was there. What the hell? Wow, 4 cards left. There it is. And then let's see where the Patriarch Scorn is. Bottom card. Second to last card. Okay, we were not getting there for a while, so that's pretty funny. Good games, good games. That was fun, Merc. I do not like losing to the Menace, and we were almost able to get there, but let's see if we can 3-2 this. I'll see you in round 5. All right. Welcome to round 5. We're against Diego PR. We've played against them a couple times, or maybe once. I feel like we took them out last time we played them. Not sure though. All right, keep this hand. This is actually like one of our better looking hands of the league so far. Yeah, we don't have black mana yet, but I mean we have just a good Soul Ward in hand. And if we find black mana for this Night's Whisper, it should be good. I'm so bad at remembering opponents' names and what they're on. Is this the opponent who plays White Weenie? I feel like it is. I wonder if they're on. Like blue-red storm as well. No, bog? Okay. Not sure what they're on. Let's just do our thing. If I see planes here, I wonder if they're on my list. Because this opponent knows the channel. They say, oh no, not this one. What are they on? Black Bog Mountain Prism? Bog Mountain Prism? What is this? Bog Mountain Prism? Hmm. What list is that? Should I know? Am I dumb? Is it like some black red value deck or some 5-color brew? They're on Mardu? Mardu with Prism? Oh, is this like Mardu Metalcraft value? I don't really know, honestly. I think I'm just playing 2 Soul Organs this turn. I don't think I need to get Basilica down now. I can get it down next turn. So yeah, let's just do it. They could have a bunch of removal. I don't know what they're on, but I'm not playing around it, I don't think. Mardu, interesting. I mean, they could have Wraths. There's a lot of Wraths in red and black that are good against us, but I don't know if they have those main. I just don't really know what they're on. I mean, I know they said they're on Mardu, but what does that mean? Okay, they play a Core Skyfisher, bounce Prism. It looks like they're just like a value Mardu deck. Is if I had to guess. All right. Of course, we always draw Hawk right when we're about to play Hawk. Classic Hawks, right? Okay, we gain a bunch of life. Yes, I guess I just get 2 Hawks because that's all I can get. I play Basilica, bounce Plains, and pass the turn. If they have like Chainer's Edicts or something, it's not going to be good for them. If they have Wraths, it's going to be bad for us. Just depends what they have in their deck. Oh, they're on. They said Mardu, but they're on just Boros Monarch. Okay, okay. I see. It's just Boros Monarch with Bog. Okay. They just calling it Mardu. Okay. So it's basically Boros Monarch. Good to know. Good to know. So I can go Screech, Flashback, Screech. I can go Hawk, Hawk. I mean, I'm assuming Screech, Flashback, Screech is better right now, right? It's worth it if I want to save more creature entering the battlefield triggers to save for my like drain effects, but I don't think I need to do that. I think I'm just gonna go land, Screech, and then Flashback Screech to gain 12 here. Not bad. Go to 44. Can't attack. They're gonna get to bring in some number of cannonades and or electric rees, but it is what it is. I also have a Knight's Whisper here, which is good. We just need to draw into our life gain, like our guys that like trigger the life gain. Our Blight Priests. Okay, I mean we're gaining a lot of life, but they're accruing a lot of advantage here as well. They're gaining cards. Soul's Attendant. All right, let's just lead Knight's Whisper. Wow. Not going to play around any Wraths, I don't think. I'm just going to play out these things. I think they likely only have targeted removal in the main deck, if I'm not mistaken. Again, there is a chance I want to save some of these Hawks in hand. Uh, they say pretty risky losing 2 life there. I think it's okay. Um, but yeah, I might want to save some of these Hawks in hand for when I draw Blight Priest so I can drain for more. Also, maybe I should have just played Priest over double Souls Attendant there, but I think this is fine. Didn't end up really costing me. Okay, there's Epicure, nice. So they could have a Galvanic Blast for it, but I think I just jam, right? It's not getting better. Drain for 5. They go to 15. They have to have double bolt, like Journey or Galvanic Blast. I don't think this deck plays Journeys usually, so they'll probably have Galvanic Blast. They've drawn a bunch of cards here. All right, I'm at 61 as well. Really, our best draw is just Blight Priest. Cycle there, they might not have it. I mean, they could have double bolt. Spare supplies, okay. Do they not have an answer for this? Is their hand just They can't even play creatures into this either. Wow, they just concede to Epicure? Do they not have removal? Oh, there was Blight Priest into Blight Priest into Unearth? Okay, I mean, I think we would have won the game, but jeez. Okay. I think disenchants are good. I can kill any artifact lands they have. I can also kill their prisms. Guardian's Pledge isn't bad, but I'm just worried about Wraths, basically. I still think I want them. Maybe not. It's tough to say. Maybe I just want to keep all my value. I think I do want Unearth. They should have a bunch of bolts. I mean, again, that deck usually plays 7 to 8 lightning bolt effects in Bolt and Galvanic Blast. Do I want Spellbomb as well? Let me actually look up. I want to look up my Boros bully list just so I can like cue in my memory. Or not bully. I always get them mixed up. I want to look up my Boros Monarch deck just to see what I'm on. Yeah, I was on 4 Blast, 1 Terminate, 3 Bolt, 1 Abrade. In the sideboard, what did I have? 1 Fumes. Only 1 Fumes. They might not play that many Rats because they could play a couple Cannonades, but they might not have that many Wraths. I wonder if they even have that much like removal. They might not. I think Epicure is actually decent. Like I feel like they have to have Galvanic Blast, and that just answers this. Core Skyfisher is fine. It's a little clunky. It kind of makes their Skyfishers bounce off. Could just like do something like this. I don't really know. I mean, the Soul Wardens are good, but they make it a little more risky against the Wraths. And I think Disenchants are good enough, especially at just being 2 mana kill a land. I mean, Duress isn't bad either at taking a Wrath or like an artifact. Let's bring it in. I think it's worth. Just shave like a Soul Warden as well. All right, let's try this. I don't know if I'm sideboarding correctly, but Unearth does seem worth it to me for sure. I think I'll just keep this hand. This hand is incredibly slow and not very good, but I think I want to keep. I'll probably just play a Prism out here. Okay, I'm hoping I can Duress and take the 1 Prism they have. Okay. Bolt, Bolt, Electrickery, spare supplies. So I think I can just take Electrickery here. Sucks leaving them with their spare supplies, but Electrickery answers my Battle Screech, and it's kind of annoying, so I think I just take that. I mean, that's why I brought in Duress, is to take their Wraths. Okay. Pass. So they have just like a really removal heavy hand here, which is fine. All right, they bog me. It's nice they don't get really value out of their bog yet. Okay, Hawk is great. It's basically all I could ever want, right? I could even do the discard the Battle Screech play here, but I think I just want to hardcast it. So I'm planning to play Basilica this turn, so I can only get 2 Hawks, which is fine. I don't want to discard the Battle Screech, but now that I know about that play, I think I can think about it every time that I'm in those situations. I could hawk for up extra cards in hand and then discard a card, like specifically for Prismatic Strands, but also in situations with Battle Screech. That I think it's nice that it happened to me this league, so I can think about it in the future. Pretty sweet. They're just replaying Spare Supplies makes sense. Thraben. So we know that they have these 3 cards and a blank in hand. Just playing double hawk this turn, I assume. No need to play the bog yet. I could just play Battle Screech and flashback Battle Screech. Isn't that just better? Again, it just gets more power down. And I get to, for sure, flashback my Battle Screech, which is nice. Let's just do it. Okay, pass. Kind of playing the value game against the ultimate like value deck here, but I still think it's okay. They're keeping all these bolts and terminates. They have an extra card in Spare Supplies. There's Duress. Duress is not bad. I can at least take a removal spell. They just cracked Clue. That's all they did. I don't want to attack. I think I'll just lead Duress. Then probably play 2 Hawks. Jeez. Wow. I suppose I just take a Galvanic Blast. Terminate costs 2 mana. Galvanic Blast kills any of my creatures anyway. I guess they only have 1 artifact right now, so maybe that wasn't a good take, but I think it is a good take in the end. So just go Hawk, then play another Hawk. They might have more Electrickeries, but I don't think I'm playing around it. So I did not side in Guardian's Pledge. Maybe I'm supposed to. Maybe I could see this matchup like this happening a lot where we're just kind of staring at each other. So yeah, I think I'm going to bring in Pledge. Okay, pass. No reason to rush on this Unearth, I don't think. I mean, I can't cast it right now anyway, but I'm saying like if I want to attack with the Raven and have it die and then unearth it or something to draw a card, I think I'd just rather wait on it. All right. Soul Warden. Okay. I think I'm just committing here. Am I supposed to use Bog or not yet? I feel like I'm just supposed to play it and get my tap land down. And they just bolt the Soul Warden. Makes sense. I could always unearth the Soul Warden, but don't really want to. Bog can be good against them like in the future, but let's just play the tap land now. So if I attack with all, they just get to bolt 1 bird, eat another bird, take 5 damage. It's not good enough, I don't think. I could just start attacking soon, though. I mean, what are these birds really doing? Just waiting to get like Electric Reed? The Raven, sure. just crack. Battle Screech, okay. I do like that. I could either unearth a Soul Warden, which isn't bad. I know they're just probably going to kill it. I think that's fine. I think I'm going to do it. Just make them use their removal. They played one bolt. Or did they play the blast? Played one of the bolts. Okay, so now I just go Battle Screech. They bolt my Soul Warden, I assume. I'm just overcommitting here. Yeah, so they kill that. Could unearth it again right now. Not sure if I want to. I don't know if I care about the life that much. I could save. What am I saving the unearth for? I guess I could cycle unearth. It's like the life isn't really doing that much, right? All right, I'm just gonna flash back. Just not gonna worry about Soul Warden. And then next turn I can start attacking with all my flyers. Hmm. I suppose I can just cycle now, play land. I guess that's better. Pass. Probably just cycling this on Earth, like I said. Have to dodge Wrath here, but I'm going to start attacking with all next turn. Okay, that sucks. Now they eat two of my things. They have a Terminate and a Galblast in hand as well. I suppose I can just attack with all. Oh god, another flying blocker. Jeez. Where's my Guardian's Pledge? It's in the sideboard. Didn't bring it in. Maybe I'm supposed to bring it in because I can also just counter like an Electricity with it. Now they're eating three of my birds, and I get in for 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 4. Let's see, they're blocking 3. I get in for 8, 9 damage. I think just eating 3 of my things is just too many. Do they not even have the artifact lands? I don't know if they do. I haven't seen any yet. Let's just cycle this. Kind of a funny draw we've had here. Okay, there's Blight Priest, but I don't actually have any life gain triggers yet, and it's just going to die if I play it. So I think I just play Thraben and no attacks, and then I guess I can crack Clue right now, or I can leave up Disenchant for whatever. I think I don't need to crack Clue yet. They might only have like one more Electricity in their deck, or no more. Who knows? It's hard to say. There's a lot of ways to build that deck. I want to save the Disenchant for like a Journey or something. And if I don't see any artifact lands this round, I'm just gonna side out the Disenchants. You really want it just to like get their land on the like when they're like land light. Just 2 mana Stone Rain is a lot better than 3 mana Stone Rain. That's kind of why I brought them in. Okay, there's a Barrens. Sure. Plains is bad. Am I supposed to just play out a Blight Priest right now? I guess it uses my mana. Then they'll just respond to this Baron's trigger and kill it, I think. Okay, they didn't. They probably should have, but they're probably just trying to play fast. I'm behind on time, but I think I'm not going to lose to time. I have plenty of time left. So there's another bolt they played. So we know they have Galvanic Blast and Terminate still in hand. There's a Bog. Okay, sure. Bog is okay against us, but a lot of times we're able to like flashback Battle Screeches like before Bogs are going to happen and stuff. Priest. Okay, just run it out. I'll play this Plains. Not really sure if I should. I feel like I'm just waiting to die to a Wrath here. I didn't even bring in Strands either, did I? Oh no. Oh yeah, I didn't even bring in Strands. I like minimally sideboarded here. I should probably have brought in Strands. I will now. I'm gonna sideboard differently here. I tried to like just like make sure I have full value, but I can probably side out the core Skyfishers and just bring in more of like the actual good sideboard cards here. All right, they're ahead on cards. They have a bunch of big flyers. We have a bunch of small flyers. They played their removal pretty nicely. Ash Barrens, it's not good. Just gonna thin, play land, pass. Feel like I'm losing this game. Again, maybe with something like Guardian's Pledge, I wouldn't be. And if they ever have like a second Electricity, I just die. I have so many 1/1 flyings. Just get wrecked from Electricity. Where's my other Knight's Whispers at? 3 mana. They obviously cannot Reaping the Graves. They have nothing in the yard. Fumes? Okay. Let's go to game 3. Maybe I don't want Strands actually, especially since I saw 1 Fumes. Still can counter like a Lightning Bolt, but it's pretty clunky. I think I do want Guardian's Pledge. I think this is actually a good sideboard card just because it counters like Fumes and Electricity and can be a win con. So I definitely should have had those in the deck. I think I don't want the Disenchants. Sending out some Soul Wardens could be wrong because it does tax their removal, but they also have Electricity and Fumes that we saw. Strands is reasonable, but I think I'm just going to try it like this. All right, let's go game 3. All right, game 3 against Diego. Gonna keep this hand. Snap keep. They mulligan to 6. Mulligan to 5. Wow. That sucks. Mulligan to 4. Aw. Brutal. That sucks. Especially when my opponents are really nice and they're always like chatty. I don't want them to mulligan to 4. They can still win this game though. I mean, if their 4 is good, like if their 4 is like land, Core Skyfisher, Prism, and they draw into Wrath, they can draw out of it, but 4 cards is rough, especially against our pretty good 7 here. So rough mulligans there, Diego. Soul's Attendant. If I can go Soul's Attendant tap land, I think I'm going to do that. Just, it's a nice time to get my bounce land down. Be funny if I misclicked and bounced my bounce land there. That could be a way I lose. Okay, there's an artifact land, so maybe they just didn't have them games 1 and 2. Yeah, I'm fine with Galvanic Blast trading 1 for 1. Soul Warden. So what I could do, I could just play Blight Priest, or I can play Soul Warden into Suture Priest. I think I like that the best. That's, I think, the highest upside. This gets a little bit wrecked by an Electricity, but still think I can beat it, and I have to commit some 1 toughness creatures to the board at some point, so I think this is fine. Just gonna play Blight Priest into Scoured Barrens next turn. Prism, okay, nice. Yeah, if they don't have Electricity, it's gonna be bad for them. Another Soul Warden effect is great. And if they just have targeted removal for this, I actually even have the Unearth, which is just kind of crazy. And if they play creatures, they even get drained for more. Okay. Now we're kind of doing our thing. We could get Wrath, like we could get cannonaded here. All right, they lose 2, I gain 1. They stop our beats, but that's okay. Again, if they don't have Wrath, it's going to be rough. I could even go all in on the drains by unearthing Soul's Attendant, play Soul Warden, and then play a Hawk. I could just save the unearth though. I mean, I can just go this turn, Soul Warden into Thraben, into Hawk. That's gotta be enough, right? Don't need to commit more than that, I don't think. I mean, that's almost fully committing anyway, so. Drain for a bunch. They go to 7. I get triple Hawk. Yeah, they could have Wrath, but I think I attack here. If they trade, that's fine. Obviously, Electricity or Fumes is bad for me here. But if they don't have it, they're just in trouble. Multifor is rough. Yeah, Blast. Yeah. It's also why waiting on Unearth is good. So we'll see what they do. If they don't have a creature, I can just start by attacking, and then I can go Unearth, Blight Priest, Drain, then play Hawks after that. Yeah, I mean, that looked like, I guess, sort of a bad attack, but I think just given my hand and that I have Unearth, I think it was fine. I guess now, yeah, they're able to play creatures, so maybe it was wrong, but I felt like they had to block there, and then they were just kind of on the back foot. So I think it was okay. They say damn, I just got that, or fuck, I just got that. I'm not sure what they're. I don't understand what they're talking about, really, honestly. Um, so now if I just unearth Blight Priest, play Hawk, I drain for only 4. Did they just get a Wrath or something? I'm not really sure. Okay, pass. Again, Electric or Fumes, I could still lose here. Prism, draw. Pretty unlucky on the Moldifor. That deck is really strong. That deck is cool. Thraben, okay. I feel like that should do it. Let's just lead Thraben into Hawk into attack with all. I guess they could have a Strands here. I guess I don't need to attack with Blight Priest. So I put them to 1. And then they basically need Strands at this point. Do I need to attack with Blight Priest? I don't think so. I can just attack with all these. Okay, they do have Strands, so I'm glad I didn't attack with this, but now they just... Oh no, they have to name white, so they can't actually eat any of my creatures. Okay. So they're still in trouble here. The life loss is pretty sick against Strands. Strands just can't stop that. So if they have removal for this, they can still survive one more turn by playing a removal spell on this and then flashing back a Strands. But it looks like they're tapping out. GG's. rough mulligans. Yeah, just super rough. Like you'll see in the video. You'll see in the video that like I was just talking about how it sucks. So yeah, check out the video. Yeah, I guess we're both 3-2. Okay, oh well, too bad. They had a chance for the 4-1. GG's though. That was a really fun match. Again, let me just talk about this deck real quick. I really like the build. A couple things I'm still unsure of is Core Skyfisher in the deck. Should it be in the deck at all? I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe even just going down to like 2 would be fine because then it's just a good enabler at like play it, bounce a soul ward, and replay it when I need like triggers because it counts for 2 triggers. Um, it can also bounce Thraben. When you do that, it's really strong. But maybe 4 is just too much. I'm not really sure. Maybe Epicure can just be cut from the deck entirely. Knight's Whisper, I think, is here to stay. Yeah, maybe I want. What if I went like cut 2 Epicure, cut 2 Core Skyfisher, play some number of removal spells? Like, just not sure. You also do want to keep your creature count really high. I don't think you can play Seeker of the Way like Boros deck does. I don't think you want that. If there's some other value creature you could play, it might be good. Maybe I could run like 2 Core Skyfisher and 2 of the black 2 mana 1/1. Or maybe there's something else I can run. I don't think I want Phyrexian Rager. I didn't really think I want that. I could run some number of Palace Sentinels. That's interesting, but I don't really have the main deck strands to stop that. I could run some number of main deck Guardian's Pledge, which would be interesting. Like cut 2 Epicure, cut 2 Core Skyfisher, play like 2 Cast Down, 2 Guardian's Pledge main or something. That also frees up space in the sideboard. I mean, this card seems like it should be pretty good. Like a lot of games, we had so many white creatures out. Also unsure about the mana base. Could go up to 1 more land. Could go up to one more Unearth main. I don't hate that actually, especially cutting like a Core Skyfisher. I'm not really sure where to go with the deck next, but the one thing I am sure about is that Hawk and Battle Screech were both very good. Hawk just like providing those flying blockers against Fae, providing a bunch of value in other matchups. Battle Screech just going wide in the air. Like against, what was it? Was it Boggles that, or was it Mono White Heroic when they were like gaining a bunch of life? We had double Blight Priest, double Soul Warden on the battlefield. We played Battle Screech, Flashback Screech, and just drained for 16 versus a lot of other decks, especially decks where they're not interacting with us that much. Draining for 16, making 4 flyers for 4 mana is insane. And this is just a good grindy card on its own. So I really like Battle Screech. I really like Hawk. I think that's where you want to go with the deck. I'm not sure about Skyfisher and Epicure. I think Knight's Whisper and Unearth are both good. Everything else seems like it has to stay in the deck. This card's so-so, but I still think it's good enough. Maybe not, but this card's fine. It's strong. My channel, youtube.com/Napbolt. This was such a long league. I hope you stuck around. My name is Max. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time. Peace.